Starkville, Mississippi. A staple of the college football environment. Color-coordinated schemes in the stands. A stripe out today. Students, alumni, all fans have band together to try to make life miserable for these visitors. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field? The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The Horned Frogs ready to kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. On the option, the keeper. Now the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Taylor wants to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch down the right side.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They just keep firing. Caught in the backfield, it's West. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Taylor wants to throw it. That's reeled in, it's West.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
4 wide receivers on 2nd and short, guys. The whole playbook at their disposal. They'll give it to Fluff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Bulldog. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Quarterback now breaking the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
That's caught. It's Scott. Oh, he got loose. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Just a short pass to the tight end.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Payne. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking long. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
And the Horned Frogs will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Extending the play. He'll try to do... Oh, it's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Payne. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Taylor wants to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's a gift to Bothwell. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. As we get a look at the numbers so far, they are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Kill. 2-14, close. Looking to throw on first down. On target. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Kill. 180 race, win. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Evans. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
How about that? It's rising up and stopping him short on fourth down. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And some room to work.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Got a man. It's Payne. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw, it's Craig. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Complete. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Got it. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. And the Horned Frogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Pulls and fires complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, TCU! Extra point here will tie the game.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the grab. It's West. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Off the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Defense looks like they're coming.
674, take off. Bridge. Hawkeye.
Taylor wants to throw it. Looking to buy time. He'll pull it down. Inside the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this...
Picked off to stop the threat. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Makes the catch. It's Scott.
And that's a situation right there where the quarterback is just taking what the defense gives him. The defense is taking everything away down the field. Just take the easy throw in.
The Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Buys a little time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. He's got enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 37. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Quarterback making checks. To throw, it's Craig. Skips away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab. It's Scott. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Trying to run. It's Payne. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Good, right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. Just about set to get this second half underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he uses a stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's got an open man. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Payne. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's West.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Taylor wants to throw. Shoots it to the left. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's gonna be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They just keep throwing him the ball, this time on the slant.
No doubt, and you've seen it with the slant. You've seen other routes. Every route he's running, he's good. He seems to be open, so I'm going to continue to pick at this matchup every chance I get.
And the Bulldogs have this offense rolling. They'll give it to Fluff. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Release to the back. It's complete to the right. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's so hard as a defense to take away all these zones and to drop back and to take away the deep stuff. And then you have to react to that stuff underneath. But, man, when you got an athlete that catches the football, a lot of times it's my athlete versus yours. And the running back caught it, made a play, got upfield, got some extra yards. Nice job catching the ball.
Touchdown, Mississippi State. Made the grab in the end zone for 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the red zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for space, it's Payne. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Punts it out of the air. Turns it on at midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Payne. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Craig. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Horned Frogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on 1st down. Moving away from pressure. He'll throw it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. run, the inside give. Got enough for the first. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Horned Frogs answer right back. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he finished off the drive with a 30-yard scoring scamper. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Taylor wants to throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but
going for the big play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the left. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Blue 22. Blue 20. Go.
To the air on second down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Taylor wants to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step one in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's with pressures. But when you get the sacks and now you get them behind the sticks and put them in more predictable situations, that is exactly what you want from your defense.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Gonna take a shot. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
Off play action on first down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Back to pass, it's Craig. Forced out of the pocket. He's got it on the move. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And, man, it's really nice to see a QB and see the blitz right away. Sees the blitz coming, they come attack, replace it right away, get it to your running back, let him take off and do some damage. When anybody blitzes, man, try to find that space right behind them, and that's where you can make big plays.
And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Yeah, and this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Put 6 on the board.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
The AT unit on the field. Oh, they're faking it. The holder's going to try to throw it. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They think there's room to run to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. The play action fake. He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40, the 30. At the 20. Touchdown, TCU!